This is every single Easter egg and hidden detail that I was able to find in Godzilla Kong: The New Empire. I'm telling you, they put a kaiju-sized amount of Easter eggs and references. Like, some of these are really crazy. Quick spoiler warning, if you don't want to be spoiled, make sure you drop a like, follow, come back later because I need to hear your thoughts. Let's start off with Bernie's room because he has a ton of Easter eggs. Playmates, toys, posters we've seen before. But he mentions another podcast called Planet X on the horizon, which is a clear reference to Planet X and Invasion of Astro Monster. And then Bernie also mentions Gargantua Insurance, which I think has to be a reference to these two Frankenstein freaks, Gaira and Sanda. All I'm gonna say, if you know, you know. Then Bernie mentions a troll that keeps bugging him named Ghidorah Stan 64, with 64 being the date that Ghidorah made his debut. But I also feel like they could be hinting that King Ghidorah ain't done yet. Don't forget his regenerative ability. I've actually got some theories. The Kiss of Death makes another return when Godzilla revokes Zilla's breathing rights. Listen, she poked the bear too many times. But this is where things get really juicy, because in Rome, we can see this mural of a Godzilla eating pizza, but there's a bunch of little Easter eggs and details that are hidden here. Let's start off with my favorite one, which is punch, 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 and then this very familiar fist. That's a clear reference to Jet Jaguar. And with the fact that we know that humans are making augmentations, if we ever see Jet Jaguar, I'm gonna lose my shit. Now, the next one I want you to look at is right down here. It says Save the Earth, which is a reference to Godzilla versus Hedorah, and the song featured in that movie, Save the Earth. Yeah, I know that shape all too well. Aliens are coming. Hey, yo, first Ghidorah, then Planet X. Now this, I still think we're a ways away from that. But fun reference. I'm gonna need your eyes to navigate to this right here, because I know that face and shape anywhere. That's Knifehead from Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim crossover? Look at Knifehead, look at the mural. If this crossover ever happens, I'd be the biggest kid in the world, I don't care. A couple of other references when Godzilla jumps off this cliff. Definitely feels like a reference to this. When we get that slow-mo shot of him diving, definitely Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla vibes. But also the 1998 Zilla film. Speaking of the 98 Zilla film, I feel like those footprints when they were in France had to be a reference to 98. If not a big coincidence, and it's in France. The French are the ones who created Zilla. Oh yeah, when Godzilla tosses Zilla, definitely it feels like when Godzilla tossed Kumonga in Final Wars. This could be a stretch, but when Kong fights that giant serpent, feels like a callback to King Kong Escapes. We get mention of the Great Titan War. I need to see this in live action. And we can actually see Phosphora, who was a Titan that was cut from this film and replaced with Mothra. Gia being the one that's able to telepathically communicate with Mothra is a clear reference to the Shobijin. So it seems like they're making Gia the new Shobijin in this universe. King of the Monsters set this up perfect. Thanks to Trapper, Dr. Dolittle, and Ace Ventura are now MonsterVerse canon. Kong pulling Godzilla's tail has to be a reference to this. I don't care what anyone says. Godzilla suplexing Kong off of a pyramid of Giza isn't a reference or anything. I just think this shit is so fucking badass. That shit's 100 out of 10. That shit was crazy. WWE reference? And then Godzilla stomped on Kong's chest a couple times just to remind him of that PTSD from the last movie. And finally, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but this shot in the final battle definitely feels like a reference to one of the Godzilla video games. Those are all the Easter eggs and hidden details that I could find. Let me know if you found some cool ones down in the comments below. And as always, like and follow.